swear it always throws you guys whenever I do that. Okay, perfect. That's up. All right. Shall we get this party started? Yeah, I have Facebook pulled up for comments and then we'll be ready.
Okay, ladies, full disclosure, my husband may or may not need me to come get him, which is like he's about an hour away. But since he has confirmed nor denied what he's up to, I'm going to leave him to walk so I can get training in.
I love the commitment.
But if I do end up upsetting my worst half, I did portion out his dinner, 2 specifications to his diet so he can eat and be quiet on the way home.
Hey, there you go. Exactly. Gotta have your bases covered. Cheyenne's here. Okay, I feel like a hot mess, but I think we're good. Happy last Tuesday of the month, guys. My light went out. It's fine. We didn't really like that anyways, right? Whatever. So yeah, what is happening? My house is, I don't know. Cool. Probably not acceptable. I don't know what it says making sounds, and it's gonna really distract me. So anyways, okay, yeah, for real, let's do this now. Okay, so happy last Tuesday of the month. There's a few things that we decided we kind of want to touch on because if you've been with Scentsy longer than just now, or you've looked, you'll realize that we are getting ready to start our actual calendar year for Scentsy. So it runs from May to April. So everybody is wrapping up on annual sales and annual mentor. You might be doing that final grind this week, trying to put in those last sales or get those last Teamie certified. You hit it. Congratulations. That's such a huge honor. If you're still pushing for it, don't get up because you still have time. And if you don't know what those are, I highly suggest kind of starting a plan and aiming for it at month 1 instead of deciding in April that you want to hit those goals and you have like this huge gap to get off. So annual sales is 30,000 PRV from May 1st to April 30th. And you also get 1,000 cash bonus for completing that. And then you get a trophy that is really amazing. It's like a big crystal Scentsy bar. Yeah, mine's way up taller. I would show you what it is, but it's really cool. And you get recognized at SFR and get to walk the stage. So that's really exciting. And then annual mentor is sponsoring 14 Teamies that hit certified within that time period, which is like one of the highest that you can achieve. That is rather difficult, but it is possible, especially if you put a game plan going forward. So how to get set on pace to do those would be, your goal would be 2,500 PRV a month, and that's going to allow you to achieve that. You will have months where you might be lower and where you might be higher. But I recommend having something in your office or something that you're going to look at daily that is just going to show you to keep you on track, having that plan of action, having that idea as you go from the beginning, and just kind of set your eyes on it, that's something you want to achieve. Worst case, you don't hit 2,500 in a month and you get 1,500, like that's a crazy good month. So don't sell yourself short and don't think it's not possible. I have a Teamie who just earned it yesterday, and she said when she joined last year, she's like, there's no way I'll ever hit that. She saw I had achieved that, and she's like, I will never be able to do that. And then 2 months ago, I told her, I was like, girl, you're 6,000 PRV away from it. Like, you can do it. And she's like, you're crazy. I can't do that. And she just earned it yesterday. So don't ever sell yourself short or count yourself out, because you are capable of doing a lot more than what you think is possible. So just never give up. And then annual mentor is certifying 14 new Teamies. Certifying is 1,000 PRV. So that is having a game plan of if you can try and sponsor at least 2 people a month, you're going to have a good amount of people to work with. We all know that people join, sometimes they sell 0. Sometimes they join and they just shoot off like a rocket. And then you're like, where you've been all my life, you know, you're so helpful for my business. But I think we all can say that that doesn't happen all the time. So it is really important that you keep certifying people, because that goal right there is in the hands of them. That's completely out of your control. You cannot control if someone's going to get certified. We can give them the tools, we can show them the way, but what's the saying? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make a horse drink. You won't always get people to use the tools that they're giving to work their business. That's not on you. So that's where you just have to continuously be sponsoring people and getting new blood ins and then giving them the tools, because some will take off, some won't. And we love them all, no matter if they only do 200 PRV or they don't do anything, you know, since it's a community. But if you do want to hit that annual mentor, it is going to be having residual new blood coming in that you can be working with, and then hopefully get your 14 within that calendar year that do, or since a year that do certified. Anybody on here hit it? Because I want to like shout you out if you did. So if you don't want to talk, you can put it in the chat. Anybody other than Shelly just get back from the incentive trip or getting ready to go on one of the other incentive trips, because that's also awesome and I want to celebrate you. Talking about great achievements. No one wants to talk to me tonight. Y'all muted. It's fine. I love y'all. Megan, you have anything you want to add to that portion?
I do actually, since you brought it up. So one of the things that I'm gonna focus on to try to help me with annual mentor, I mentioned this a couple weeks ago in our Tuesday Zoom, but I had watched it on a training, and like they had talked about you know, your clubbers and like recruiting your clubbers, and within a year they're going to be getting certified. So I've actually already got one kit that I am planning on putting in the hands of come the first to a clubber, and hopefully by the end of the year, you know, just from her club orders alone, she's going to end up certifying. So that is just like something to throw out there. That's something I'm going to try to focus on, especially in that very first month of getting as many. I'm not a kit gifter. If I've said that before, I'm really bad with giving kits away, but this is something that I'm going to focus on, especially in this first month or two of our brand new year, of Scentsy's brand new year, as gifting kits to my clubbers, people that I know that are gonna at least buy it to get themselves certified by the end of the year.
Yeah, and we've talked about that before, as far as, you know, your club pool are the people that you're going to end up recruiting. 9 times out of 10, that's where a recruit is going to come from, because those are the people that are ordering Scentsy from you at least once every 3 months. Those are the people that are going to benefit from getting paid back on their own purchases. So that's why it's important to always talk about club, to always be recruiting it. And it's not just when we have these club incentives that we should be pushing it. Right now, what you guys should be doing, if you're aiming to get that weighted blanket, look at what you're doing right now. If you are pushing and talking about club like crazy, put that in your everyday business. I promise you, I talk about club so much because club is so important, and it is such a huge leg of your business that will continue when you have rough months and you can't work your business, or something comes up, or orders aren't coming in, or whatever. Those club orders are locked in. Yes, they can cancel it, but 9 times out of 10, that doesn't really happen. Like, people are typically going to keep their clubs because they don't really think about it. People are busy. People are going to be like, yeah, whatever, I'll cancel that later, you know, if they want to cancel it. But those are where your constant PRV are going to come from. So if you don't have a club member right now, I really want you to focus on how to grow that. So you're talking, if you have people that have bought an air purifier from you, automatically, every time I sell an air purifier, that's one of the first conversations I'm going to have with a person, because they need a filter once every 3 months. That's a $35 filter. That's an automatic 10% off right there. If they're going to order something from me, that's going to get them an automatic discount, just like a whiff box. Anytime that I have someone buying a whiff box, I'd be like, it's $35, or if you get it in club, you can get it for 10% off. And then that opens up the conversation. And then you can start talking about the half off. You can get a whiff box for half off. If you have somebody that is obsessed with our whiff box and orders it monthly or regularly, if you're not telling them that they can get that whiff box for half off, you're losing out on that residual income that's coming in from that club order, because everybody loves a discount, especially if they're already in love with those products. So just find different ways. If you don't have a Scentsy Club yourself, I highly recommend you having it, because you're going to sell something that you have in your own business. Open it live. I know going live is scary. That's something I'm always going to talk about also. Club and going live. Those are just the sweet spots of my business. And I've seen success from so many people that's why I preach on them. So going live, every time you get a club order that comes in, showing what's in your club, talking about the discounts. People love to watch people opening things. That is a fact of life. People just love to see inside people's houses. They love to see a peek into your life. So if you're opening it with your kids and they're getting to see how cute your kids are, absolutely open that club order and show them what you're getting every month, every 2 months, or every 3 months. People need to know they're not locked in. They need to know that they can cancel at any time, that there's no fees, that you can get the discounts and the half offs. So if you don't know everything that club has to offer, I challenge you after this live to go and really look into the details of club. Go in there and act like you're going to set yourself up one. Even if you don't have the extra funds to do one right now, at least go in and create one. Like, don't do the payment part, but just go in, get your account, play around with it. That way, when your customers ask you about it, you're familiar enough with it that you can offer that, what it looks like. Go live and share. Like, sometimes I like to go live, but through Zoom, so I can share my screen and show them exactly what it looks like to set up a club or build a cart, whatever it is, how to share a cart. I'll probably do one to where I can show the new wish list. I know they're still kind of working out some kinks with that wish list feature, but that's going to be really cool for us, especially. So I've done bridal showers where they do like registries with me, but registries, I would just write down their wish list. But this is going to be gold for whenever you do that, because you're going to have your customers' wish list right there that you'll be able to send those products to people that are shopping in that party. So that's a really cool thing to do. Just a side fact is, bridal showers, baby showers, whatever it is, whoever your host is, get their wish list, and then people can not only buy for themselves, they can buy right from their host actual list that they want from. So you're getting new customers, even though they're buying it as a gift, but they're going to realize how easy that was to purchase as a gift and how much their host liked it, that hopefully then they'll purchase from you in the future. Yeah. You have anything else you want to add on club? No?
I don't think so.
Is Kelly still here, or Renee?
Renee is. Yep. And
Yes,
Okay. Kelly, you want to add anything? I know you said you couldn't be here the whole time.
I'm kind of like trying to do multiple things at once, and I'm listening. No, everything that you pretty much said is key, but like, I will say that I did start posting my club, like people, I feature them, actually posting a picture of them with all of their club stuff that they actually purchased in their club. And I did get some feedback on that, because when you show them how much money they saved with the rewards and then only paying $8 flat shipping, people are like, well, I'd rather pay $8 than pay $10. I know it's only $2 more, but at the same time, they only want to pay as less as they can for shipping. So I'm going to continue to keep doing that. And even if you, like, somebody had mentioned to me that they only had one clubber, okay, but feature it every week. Because even if that person doesn't change what's in their club multiple, every month, you still feature it, new people are going to see the post compared to going back and looking at an old post that you posted 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So,
and even posting in your stories that says welcome to the club, and what they're having in there. Again, showing that discount of what people are saving money through club. That is going to continue to be I want to say recruiting tool for new clubbers, but I don't know what you would call that.
yeah.
But
and then I've not had anybody do like a referral thing, you know how you can refer a friend.
Mhm.
I've not had anybody do that, but I would say that if somebody does have people referring people, you need to like showcase that and be like, hey, you know, Angela just referred Shelly, and now this is how many points she's got. Like, kind of make it a bigger hype than just, oh yeah, I got a club. Here's the club people. Or thank you for joining the club. I mean, I used to do that. I just used to put thank you for your club order. And it's like, okay, but I'm not showcasing the amount that they're saving
Yeah.
to do a club. So yeah, that's all I was gonna add.
No, that's a great point. I'm glad you did. And definitely on the referral, you think about how think anytime that any other program where you get, okay, I'm going to say Scooter's Coffee. Okay. Anytime someone downloads the app from your app, they get, I don't know if it's $1 or $2 or something off of a future coffee. That makes you want to ask everybody to download that app, you know, because we like free money. This is something that you can do that doesn't really take a lot, but honestly, that is part of social selling. That is getting people to get this app. All you're getting is a couple dollars off of coffee. But the same thing is with Scentsy Club, because we have a referral link. You get someone to sign up for club, and then they get someone underneath them. They're going to want to be like, well, I'm going to get free Scentsy if I keep getting people. And they're out there being a consultant for you. So if you have people that are using that referral link and getting new clubbers for you, they 1000% need to be your next consultant because they are doing the work. But sometimes they need the training wheels of doing it under you so they don't have that pressure. But guess what? You're grooming your customers with what they should do for their future customers when you have them and you're spoiling them.
Hey, Tabitha, are you taking
Yes.
questions now or later?
I will take questions whenever, my dear.
I have a question. I have 2 people wanting to sign up for club. They're gonna do the, oh man, I'm afraid. Put her down. And their brother and sister, they're both, Esrin. I'm sorry, guys. Should I sign them up both separately, or should I let one sign the other one up as a referral?
So
I need the points for the incentive.
yeah, you're going to get it either way on the incentive. The big difference on the referral link, this is kind of how you want to handle it. You will make less commission on the referred person because of the discount that they're giving the person who referred them. It kind of comes out of our commission there. But if it's their people, or you want to show that extra like incentive of being like, hey, you know, I appreciate you so much, you know, one of you sign up and the other signs underneath you, and then you're going to get more free Scentsy from it. And you want to treat it as if kind of like an extra spiff for them or incentive as a thank you, then absolutely have them set up the referral link.
That's how I did it with my 2 sisters that did club. I had one sign up and then send the referral code to the other, and she signed up.
And did you get 2 people on the incentive?
No, this was my last 2 clubs, which was before the incentive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they'll both count either way that they sign up. It's just your commission part that's going to be different on the one that uses the referral link.
Okay.
But
All right,
if you've been
thank you.
talking to both of them actively and they haven't like talked to each other and you just want to sign them both up, I mean, it's kind of whatever you want to do. In the big scheme of it, the commission's really not that huge, but I would definitely, you know, I'd rather have 2 clubbers, even if one's in a referral than not, because it's not that big of a difference.
When you were
Thank you.
talking about going into club and creating a club, just playing around with it,
Mhm.
you can also screenshot that and post and show the discounts that it gives.
Yes, I love that. So say in using that as a tool, as a resource, as okay, say you have someone that's like, okay, I want 2 whiff boxes and 3 bars of wax and cotton cleanups. be like, okay, so, and actually this is one of my favorite ways to use for club. You have someone who places an order with you to do an individual order because they don't want to go online to your PWS. Sometimes you don't have control of what people are ordering because they just go and order it. Great. But say you have someone that texts you that order. You can plug that in, like Renee was stating, through Club, show them the discount they're going to get, and then tell them how much it would be if you were to do the individual order. Show it side by side in your text message or whatever, and show them the savings and be like, you can just do this right now, and this is what your total is going to be. And then if you decide Club's not for you, you can cancel before the no shipment and be one and done, but you'll still have the savings. Now, keep in mind, it does have to be all consumable items. That's all that is qualified for Club. But that is one of my favorite ways to get people into Club, is showing them that side-by-side comparison of, rather than just doing a regular individual order versus doing it through Club.
Yep.
Hey, Tab, I got one more thing I was going to say. Sorry.
Yep.
So some of you have seen it because it was in the team chat, but I posted a Canva thing that was made, and it was pretty much like a Cinco de Mayo mystery bags. Like you make your own mystery bags, but this one was a mini bag I put it for $8 because I was going to do a wax bar and a sweat circle, but then the mega bag I put for $35 and then collect the money for it. But here's the thing, I thought it's a genius way for me to get people to maybe latch onto Club, is if they get the mega for $35 plus the shipping and handle, or the shipping and tax, I would get them the whiff box.
Right.
Because then later I can say, well, this whiff box, you could make a club just for the whiff box and get your whiff box every month.
Yeah.
So that was like a light bulb went off when I seen it, because I was like, oh my gosh, like, what am I doing? Why have I not done this? Like, where have I been? So
Yeah.
And it is.
Just a
It's just about being a creative way to get people into Club that might be hesitant.
Yep.
Were you saying something else, Kelly? Sorry. I didn't mean to cut you
no,
off.
I just, it was like one of those moments where a light bulb went off, and I was like, I should have done this a long time ago. Like, I've done mystery bags, I don't know how many times. And sometimes they go good, sometimes they don't, sometimes they're okay. But I'm like, why did I not think about doing whiff box? Because then you can just turn it around and use it to the advantage of having them sign up for Club if they really like it as much. Because I mean, here recently you have to kind of agree that the whiff boxes are full of stuff.
Right.
Like, they're jam packed, and it's like seeing those whiff boxes full of that stuff for only $35 plus, your shipping and your tax. It's like, holy crap. Why would I not want to have one of those every month?
Yeah.
It is. So here's probably my favorite way that I have been getting clubbers. Now, this won't necessarily be the $50 that you need for the incentive, but this is a tool that I've used to get several people to sign up. So I target men around anniversaries and birthdays. And when they're looking for that unique idea for their wife or girlfriend or fiance, mother, sister, whatever, and I'm friends with the guy, I will reach out to them and be like, hey, have you ever thought about doing a unique subscription through Scentsy? And a lot of times they just sign up for the whiff box because they're like, I don't know what she likes. And then my instant response is, well, I a lot of times have men that will do the whiff box shipped to their house every 3 months for them, and the ladies are absolutely loving it. So it is a gift that they're able to provide that is like kind of outside the box, that, what one's not going to love a mystery box showing up to their house every 3 months? That's better than just one-time gift.
Right. And it gives them a variety of products that they could say, oh, I absolutely love this and I need more of it.
Exactly. And even better than that, they get the login and they go in and they add more products, and those clubs end up being really big when they just started with a $35 whiff box. I have the very first person who gave me the idea to do that. Her husband signed her up for her birthday, and now she has 2 clubs with me. She has the one that he originally did for the one whiff box, and then she's went in and now she's got like $130 club form with me that's bi-monthly. Like, she's so addicted and loves it, and thought that was the coolest birthday gift.
Right. It is that's a great idea.
I've definitely found a lot of success with it. And, I know a lot of men because of my daytime job, and I have, a lot of relationships to where or friendships or whatever that I can, pay attention on Facebook. If I see that their, lady has a birthday coming up, I'll reach out to them and just be like, hey, have you ever thought about this? And it's just kind of a unique, cool way, and will help build your clubbers there too.
Yeah. My husband knows a lot of men.
Exactly. Making up flyers, to put in his store to where he can just hand it to someone that's like, gift giving made easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the one shop, the mechanic shop, he told me I could put whatever I wanted to in there.
Exactly.
So.
And that's something, if you do events, advertising at events, okay, the guy might walk through the booth with his wife and slip a card on the way out, and then contact you later and be like, hey, I saw this at your event. This is something I'm really interested in getting set up with my wife.
Yep.
So I need to come up with a graphic for that.
Right. Yes.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions that we haven't answered about that portion? Okay. If you do, you're welcome to unmute and ask, or you can put it in the chat.
No, but I'm really loving all this information you guys are sharing tonight.
Good.
We're on it tonight.
Well, I said I had to make this one really good because I missed 2 weeks, and that's not normal. So I'm trying to redeem myself.
You're redeemed.
Okay, perfect. We can all go home. I'm kidding. We are home. Most of us. Okay, so second half, I kind of want to just talk about sponsoring and making sponsoring a part of our daily life. That also goes hand in hand with the first part of our incentive, because I really like the way that this part is structured. We have until, is it June?
July.
To hit these incentives. So it gives us plenty of time to not feel that pressure that you had to do it in 30 days. If you're someone who does like to be like super ambitious and hit those goals early, you could set that timer. Okay, I want to do it in 30 days. And then, it kind of allows, however you hit things, kind of allows multiple people to be able to feel fueled by it, but not pressured if it does take a little bit longer, because club is a unique species and it does take a while to get things going. So if you're sitting here, before I go on to that, I just want you guys to know, if you're sitting here and you're struggling to get people on club, and you feel like you talk about it and you talk about it and you talk about it and you can't get people to sign up, don't stop talking about it. The biggest mistake you can make is stop talking about it. It will click. It will come tenfold. I promise you, it just takes a while to get people in. And once you get one, the trickle effect does happen. So, and it takes about 3 months for you consistently talking and posting about something for you to actually see the results of it. So if you stop at 3 months, you're going to start seeing what you've been talking about for the last 3 months, but then you're going to find yourself in this gap of your business because you have stopped talking about it. And now there's this lapse. I don't know. It's the weird thing, kind of like they say it takes 7 times for someone to see something to actually go through with it.
Now the club incentive is only through in March and April and May.
They have to be signed up in May, but they haven't, I don't know. I'm not going to say the rules because I don't have them right in front of me and I forget what they is, and I don't want to get anybody, unless you have it and you want to read it. I forgot to skim up on it. I thought they had till May.
They have till May, and then it has to be processed before the end of June.
Oh, that's what I thought. There was something processing. Okay. Thank you. I was like, I don't know. I haven't looked at it recently, and I don't want anybody to be like, well, that's what you told me and it was wrong. So I'm going to try to stay far away from that without knowing for sure. Okay. So yeah, just know that if you're not having success with it, just don't quit. I know it is sometimes we do get in a negative headspace and it is hard because it feels like everything you're doing is not working. But we have to pivot. And we have to, when we get in that point in our business, we just have to find a different way to go about it. So if online parties aren't working for you right now, find a different style. Whether it's take it off Facebook and go to phones, whether it's just going to events, whether it's having a pop-up social with your girlfriends that just come over and, you know, that spreads and people book off of that one. Doing events, doing all kinds of different things. Don't just get stuck on one thing and because it used to work, you don't want to change it, but it stops working. You have to change it. You have to pivot when it stops working. Don't forever put it away because it's a cycle. Things come in seasons. Things comes at different time. Put it up on your shelf as a tool that you can pull down later when you need it. Okay, just a little side note. I wanted to go back into club because I know it's easy to beat ourselves up and I don't want anybody to feel discouraged.
No, my one clubber, I offered it to her because she kept buying whiff boxes and I offered it to her and got ghosted. And then she came to my open house at the end of fall and she wanted her favorite scent. So she did a club and she put her whiff box in it.
Exactly. And that
So
was how many months in between from when you talked to her about it till the time she actually did it?
2 or 3.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's no formula. It's not like that's this easy button, but I promise you, if you keep talking about it and you keep those connections, even when you are being ghosted, they are still seeing it. They are still listening, even if they're not commenting.
I have a question really quick.
Yep.
I have one clubber that she goes like 3 or 4 months with like having her shipment sent to her, but then like 1 month will go by that she doesn't. When she skips, does it say that she skips or that there was something wrong with her account? Because when I went in, it showed me a red box at the top that said there's something wrong. And I
So
don't
that means
know.
she has something wrong with the card on file. So it's either expired or there's some kind of card issue.
Because she'd had that before and then it got fixed and then she's been having them and then now all of a sudden she's got it again.
I would contact her.
Okay.
That's one of the things I do the first of every month. I look to see what clubs I have coming up and then I look at their details to make sure, because it'll tell you on there if someone's skipping, like if they voluntarily skipped, it will say skip May.
Okay.
But if it has that red box, it's a payment issue. And so I'll reach out to those people and be like, hey, just want to let you know you have a club order coming up and it looks like there's a problem with your payment you have on file.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. You're so cute.
I try.
So yeah, the other part of the incentive is sponsoring and having those 2 new consultants that have signed up by January get certified in February to July. The best thing I can tell you right now about this is think about how hard, if you were someone that actively last month went after that $25 join special, think about how you ran your business last month and how you were recruiting. And especially if you had success with it, how did that, what were you doing? Those are the steps that I want you guys to do every month of your business. Just like I was talking about in club, don't let the incentives of certain months be what makes you work it that hard. You want to see the growth in your business. So you have to do the things, you have to do the steps every single day or every single week or whatever it is that you are able to work your business. You can't only do it when we're focusing on one thing and then expect the same results of that 1 month that you had success when you're not doing it actively every other month. So right now, funnel in as many people as you can, because again, it comes back to like what I was talking about with that annual sales. You can't make people work their business. You can't guarantee that they're going to get certified unless you literally throw the party. It's $1,000 or 1,000 PRV and you flip it to them. That's the only way you're going to guarantee someone is certified, which we all know that doesn't come across very often. We love those, but those just don't come through very often. So sponsoring as many people as you can right now. That way you're not down to the last day and you have to sit there and feel like you need to harass this person. That's not anything we ever want to do. We don't want to push our goals on our teamies because it's not their responsibility to make us hit our goals. We can encourage them because we want to see success in their business. But remember, don't hold your business success in their hands. If they're not working their business, go find the next person who's going to. And I have this all the time. I have my teamies come to me and be like, I can't get promoted because these people won't work their business. And I tell them every single time, go get new people. Go find the people that have the fire that want to work their business. They're out there. They're the people like every single one of you that's on this screen. You would not be on this Zoom call right now if you did not care and want to succeed and want to grow your business. You're looking for the tools, you're looking for the motivation, you're looking for the inspiration, whatever it is that brought you here. There's more people out there that want the same thing. So just keep moving and keep finding those people. Keep finding those people that have that fire. And if you get someone that's like that, work with them. But you can't do it for them. Give them the tools, but we don't handhold. That is going to be very important, especially if you're just starting sponsoring. Draw the line. You will get sucked dry if you don't. I'm just being completely real. I don't want to sugarcoat anything with you. If you're looking at being a leader, start from day one, your expectation of how you want to lead and what kind of leader you want to be. And know at the end of the day, if they don't take the step to work their business, it's not going to happen. But it's their business to work. And I say that with so much love because I absolutely love everybody that joins my team. And I want to see them all succeed. Okay. Holly has some stuff she's going to share with us.
I actually have a question first. So
Okay.
with that whole, I know the requirements are kind of weird with the incentive. If they're in your household, they can't do it.
The club,
Yeah, for the incentive. kit.
correct. They
Correct.
can't have your address.
So if I put it under a different address, but it's a household name. So like if I sign up Bryant, but put a different address, will it go?
I don't know.
I'm trying to get my third. I got my
I know.
second.
I don't know. And I don't want to, yeah, I'm not sure.
I thought that it only had to be a different email address.
Is it not the same address for?
You can have the same address because I'm currently staying with my parents and they have a club and I have my own personal club. And I checked with the customer support and they said it's perfectly fine
Oh, okay.
Good.
as long as it's two different people.
Okay. I always get nervous about that because normally they are pretty like strict on same address and stuff, especially in incentives. So that is very good to know. Thank you.
Okay.
When in doubt, I'm always like, no, do it. Don't put the same address.
Well, I
So
was
I-
trying to get my third and because my mom already told me she's going to do it. I just have to wait
Right.
a few days. And then I'm like, okay, so I need my third. And I'm like, Brian's mom already has one. I'm trying to think of like my sister. I'm trying to pull Kelly and trying to get my third.
I see you. I see you cheating.
So I'm like, I'm just going to sign up Brian and then just have it shipped to his mom's house if it doesn't go.
Hey,
But
now listen, no, I want to comment on that. I may be cheating, but you know what? I still got everybody's orders.
hey, that was awesome.
So
Oh, I told my daughter if I got two, that she was going to do the third one if I had to pay for it.
I get it.
so just to fill everybody in real quick, what I did is I do brick specials. So like the people that don't want to sign up for clubs, I offer bricks and then I get them through my club just so then they can get a brick in their hand. But I had a couple people want bricks and it was just enough money. It was like $92 that I just gave the money to my sister, told her to set up a club and get what they wanted. And then it qualified. And then I gave the bricks to the people. So yeah.
Feel
Sorry.
like we're handing out cheat codes. I feel dirty.
That's just using your resources.
I'm using all the resources I can possibly get. Okay.
I hope you can get it organically, but if not, cheat.
You gotta
Sorry,
do what
Holly.
you gotta
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Holly.
No, you're good. I was just like, I was taking a book out of page out of your book.
That's awesome.
But you just want me to tell them what I was doing today?
Yeah, I do.
So I had a busy day. I watched the Tuesday training with Megan, and we were talking about her and I were just chatting back and forth about the join specials and not the join special, joining and trying to get host parties, because I'm kind of in a rut right now where I'm like, it's not summertime yet, so I haven't got all my yeses and all my plans out, and I haven't got the end of school yet, so I'm just kind of like waiting and lingo, because I'm trying to finish this week of school first and then have so much more time left. So I got some yeses, but then I was on the Zoom this morning, and they were talking about using different words, which I have my notes for that. Using different words than join and host. And she said, it was Brittany Strom. Did I say Strom? She said, do you want to say like stuff like do this with me, or make money on your own purchases, or do this with me, stuff like that. And like how Tabitha talks about the rule of 7, they have to hear it 7 times before there's any action. So I was like, I've been trying to push my club and more Teamies, because I'm struggling to hit my Star Consultant group wholesale volume. So I was trying to get my recruiting up there, and I just have tried to exhaust all of my messages, my one-on-ones. I've tried to do right now I'm offering a free kit, and no one's claimed it yet. So I was trying to change my wording up a little bit and hoping that helps me get a few. So I did those posts. I did a couple club posts. I restickered some more scratch and sniffs because I ran out of those. Oh, I made these cute little Avery labels with my picture of a wood box on it. What else did I do today? I was on a Zoom with the girls in our Sniff Express group, just talking, answering questions, talking about what I was doing today. Was stickering, because those things take exhausting, and I have OCD, so I want the little stickers matching exactly in the little waxer frame because they take me forever. I also did my nursing and teaching appreciation posts. I'm doing a nurse and a teacher one, like Jenny's doing. And I pulled another page out of Kelly's book, and
tell them real fast about your giveaway that you're doing.
Like what is in it, or
no, just like what you're having people do.
I just have to. So Kelly she was really successful and did a school bus one, and a teacher one a couple months ago. And so anyone that's a part of my VIP group can tag a nurse or a teacher, and I'm going to get it to them if they are not part of my VIP group. And then at the end of this month, I'm going to draw. So on the 30th, I'll draw somebody's name, and there'll be 1 teacher, 1 nurse. And I did a hand soap, a wax bar, and then 2 samples.
Yay! Those really did work really well for me, and I did get a lot of
2 comments so far, but I didn't do the I have to use my @everyone. So I was like, well, tomorrow I'm just gonna redo it.
Did you post on your personal page too?
Yeah.
You'll have more success doing it on your personal page than in your VIP group.
Yeah, because a lot of them are not in my VIP. So once they tag them, then I got a lot of VIP wanting them to come in.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you put it on your regular page, then when they tag, most of the time, if you can put it in your wording, if you want to join my VIP, here it is. And then I got a lot from that.
It's not on my personal, but I'll put it on my personal.
Okay. Tomorrow challenge.
Yeah. Tomorrow's note. I feel like I got a lot of stuff today.
Brain dump. You brain dump that. That's number 1. Put it on my personal page.
Right. Put it on my personal page. I think that's everything.
So yeah, I just wanted her to share kind of what she was doing with those giveaways, just because that is a new way to get people, and it shows people that you care. Like, you know, our teachers and but especially like bus drivers, like there's not a lot of things that you see thankful for bus drivers. So tagging those people will help them feel special, and then it's just on-hand product that she's gonna give away. But it's just having them tag. It just says, you know, bus driver appreciation, tag your bus drivers, and I'm gonna give or do some special or whatever just to stay in that compliance window of doing the giveaway.
I thought about doing another one just like that, but after like the teacher appreciation time, but I was gonna do one for like your favorite Bartista, your favorite.
Yeah, I was gonna say
like,
do some different ones.
yeah, stuff like
There's
that.
there's no limit, and those are the kind of people that are like, there's never anything like that.
Right.
And I think I
Um,
got like the soaps for like $2 or $3 when we had like the big last flash sale. So it wasn't
That's where it's important to do those, or use your host rewards. So instead of getting a bunch of stuff that's just going to sit that, you know, you don't need 16 fragrance flowers, get things that you can do like these little giveaways. And it doesn't have to be elaborate. You can give them a counter clean. Like, it doesn't have to be anything, but it's getting product in their hand. And then also, like right now with doing like teacher appreciation and stuff, it's bringing people into your VIP group. And if you're doing those teacher and appreciation gifts or bus driver appreciation gifts or whatever you're doing right now, nurses, it's going to get them in the group, and they're going to see that those are the gifts that you're offering. And then that might draw you more customers. So it's just, you never know where that potential lead's going to take you.
I also wanted to add something because you kind of jogged my memory, Holly. I'm doing an event in Wabash at the Oaks on Walnut. And I just, it like was like another light bulb, but since I'm doing that event, I printed off like little, I don't want to say cards, but they were like the size of like a card saying that this is the event and what it was in the description, and put it in my Happy Mail. And then on the back of it said, if you show up, show me this and you'll be entered into a drawing. So
That was a cool idea.
yeah.
Yes.
That way I can get more people coming to the event and just possibly stop, you know what I mean? They're going to come to my table anyway to show me that they brought it.
Well, it's kind of like those keys for the cars that you'll get in the mailers, and it's like, bring it here and see if it starts the car, and you win the car. A very small scale of that, because, you know, we ain't giving away no vehicles, but you know, it's the same concept of that, and those work.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. It's the first time I've ever done it, so we'll see how it goes, and I'll have to let you guys know how it went.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Oh, I'm also doing the neighborhood thing. Brian and I just moved into, I'm gonna do that. I like the second one you sent better. Brian and I moved into our housing addition last October, so it was super cold. And I met like a few of them during like trick-or-treating when they had their kids out and stuff. But now that it's getting springtime, everyone's outside working on flowers, mowing their yards, riding their bikes, walking. And I was actually out planting my flowers. And one of the neighbor ladies had drove by and she's like, did you guys just move in? I'm like, well, not really, but kind of. With it being warm out now, yeah, we're out and about. And I was like, this is a great way to like tell people that I like sell Scentsy and stuff. So I was asking if there was a graphic, and Tabitha had shared a few she had. And so I'm going to do a little like product list, and then those sticker sheets I was doing today, I'm going to put for the ones that are closer, I'm going to do the stickers for. And then I will like the ones that are directly next door, I'm going to put it like a scent circle in too.
Meet your neighbor.
Shirt.
What?
I was at the neighborhood meat market in town 2 days ago, and had on my Scentsy sweatshirt, and the cashier's like, do you sell Scentsy? She's like, I've never tried it, but I really need to. And of course, then out came the business card. So yeah.
That's why it's always important to brand yourself, because you never know what it's going to lead to.
I'm about to start taking a hand lotion, and as soon as somebody says, I've never tried it, here, put your hand out.
Yeah. Here you go. There you go. Lotion up right now, girlfriend.
Yeah. Or a perfume.
goodies in my purse for the next time we're headed that way, in case she's working, you know.
Yeah, that or perfume. Say, here, spray this on you.
Right. Give her
Yeah.
a goodie
Yeah,
bag.
anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will share the neighborhood graphic with you guys. It's not anything I created. I didn't actually end up using it. So it's someone else's information, but I will definitely share it so you guys can use that. I don't even know where I saved it from. I've had it for a long time, but I haven't lived in a neighborhood for like 3 years. And unfortunately, I had, or 2 years, I guess, I had just started selling Scentsy when I lived in that neighborhood. And so I didn't know what the heck I was doing. And I really missed out on that opportunity to meet a bunch of new clientele, but it's okay. Now I have no neighbors. So
You have deer. The deer are your neighbors.
I do have deer, but you know, their usage of Scentsy is just really not up to par.
So I do have a question for everybody in this Zoom. When I go to that event that I'm doing on the 6th, I'm going to take our last whiff box because I won't get my new one for May until later, but I'm going to take this April whiff box and set it up. Has anybody taken like a whiff box that's already together, not disassembled, just the whole package, set it up? And if so, have you got any like orders from that or club signups from just having it setting out and showing them what's in it?
No, but I'm sure gonna try it at my next event.
Well, I was
I
like,
have.
So I
You have-
do usually take a whiff box. I've never sold a whiff box from it, but I always put my club info right beside the whiff box.
okay. Yeah, because I was like, I've never done that and I don't know why I haven't, but I'm going to because I want them to see how much stuff comes in it. Like this last,
Yeah,
like I said, April, it was packed and I was like, man, like I would be happy to get something like this. Like, so I want them to see how much is in it.
Yeah, I sold one off of my last event that I did by showing my whiff box.
Okay. Fine.
Love it.
Thank you guys.
Renee or Megan, you have anything else that you want to add as we close up?
I don't think so. Oh, if you're not registered for SFR, we're in the last few days to register for SFR.
Sure.
Do it. Do it.
Yes, we want to see you all there. We can meet you in person.
So very excited.
That's actually the only thing I wrote down tonight on my notes to remember to tell you guys. SFR. Get
You
your
did
butt there.
Listen,
You did good, honey.
when I watched that SFR video, I literally, and I'm not playing, like I'm not lying. I
I'm
was
so disappointed.
bawling.
I forgot.
I was bawling like a baby listening to it because
It just brought back all the feels.
I know.
it was like it brought back that whole like amazing feeling
you.
when you walked in. It was like, oh my gosh, like I miss those people so much, even though I don't know half of them, but I miss them. So yeah, it was crazy. I was all emotional mess. I was bawling. Everybody's in my house looking at me like I'm crazy, but it is what it is.
I just got the curls put back in it.
I was gonna ask if you saw that comment.
Yeah.
I love it.
Curls put back.
Well, I think that's all we had for you guys tonight. Unless anybody has any questions. Don't be shy.
I had my double-sided paper come in today. So I just secured my first envelope.
Did it work good?
So it did really good on this side. For the scent description one, it actually covers the actual like Closer.
Oh.
Is this for the
Um,
fundraiser?
But if
Yeah.
you're not sealing it and just use the metal clip, you'd be okay, right?
huh?
If you're not sealing it, just using the metal clip.
But that's what it's covering the metal clip.
Oh,
It would have to stab through there. And I actually cut on each edge to even make it a little bit smaller, and I could move it a little bit further but it still wouldn't move for enough to actually
Rough.
cover that.
I didn't think about that.
What information is on that one, Megan?
The scent descriptions.
Would
Okay.
there
you
be
doing
room to
with
poke
it?
it through?
So you
Well,
could you
That's what I
Could-
debated, but it'll be going through my bonfire beach scent description.
What's going on the front side?
or just print it a little smaller?
The actual like order forms for the scent circles. So
What if
What
you
if
reverse
you-
it?
Instead
Could
of
you
on sticker
actually
paper?
flip it since the other side has that blank spot? Right where your hand would be your left hand, my right hand. You have a little space right there. Could you punch that through and put the order?
we'll see,
form-
because I did it on a different envelope, because I was like, okay, we're not gonna waste 2 envelopes if this, I mean, I'm not gonna use this as a wasted envelope, but I just don't want to do several envelopes like that if I don't like it. But so this is the one side,
Yeah.
and it actually covers that whole thing.
Oh, yours, okay, I was thinking they,
Because I was gonna put the scent descriptions on the back side and then the ones on the other side, and I wanted to have it on all that on the outside just to make it easy. It's like little kids that are gonna be
Yeah.
collecting orders, you
I
know,
thought it
wanted to
was
make it as easy as
I thought it was a side stuff, not a top stuff.
But I had planned on putting, because there's another one, I don't know if you guys have seen Wendy Heath's new gas files, that's where I got all this from. But there's another one that actually says like what like breaks down what you could use the scent circles for and all this and that. And then I have a QR code that they can shop the full website as well. So I had thought about just making, because I was going to put that paper on the inside and be the only paper on the inside, but I could actually do a double-sided paper on the inside. I just feel like I'd want to make it on a cardstock or something, so it's not like getting bent to where they can't read it. You know what I mean?
Do you already have a whole bunch of those envelopes?
Yeah, I ordered a whole case of them.
Of course, because she thought you had the top stuff, which would work if you had the top loaders. I don't know what to call them.
Oh, okay. So
the-
I almost got the top loaders, but I didn't.
Could you just
Which
print it a little bit smaller, Megan? Like on your paper, your
maybe
sticker, and then cut it down
shrink-
some?
yeah, maybe shrink it. Shrink the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Shrink the
I-
whole thing,
I probably could do that. Yeah.
and then you just have to trim more off of the sticker.
Yeah, because I
Does it
could,
have to close using the metal or can you just fold it in? Because the kids are gonna open it anyways.
right.
and
I guess they
break
could
those
just fold it in.
metal. Yeah,
That's-
my little
yeah,
kid
yeah.
would break those tabs real quick anyway, so it really doesn't
Right.
matter.
My
Right.
thing is just like they're gonna have money in here and it's possibly changed too, since you're gonna have to add tax. I wanted to make sure it was able to be closable.
Why
gonna
don't you
say-
give them an envelope, a regular manila, like a letter envelope and put cash on it? So they can stuff the money in that.
Yeah.
You didn't do just like what are you
Trying to
doing?
Shrink it down.
You're talking about taxes.
Yeah, because you do $15 plus tax.
Okay. The one
And I'm
see-
not gonna try to even get around the tax, because I was like, okay, at first I was like, okay, I can pay the tax. But then when you actually add up a bunch, your tax goes freaking higher. So I'm like, nope, can't do that.
Well, the one I seen said do a 3-pack or a 6-pack for $20, because then that gives you extra money for all your supplies, the tax, the shipping, and then if you have an abundance left, then you could just donate that too with your commission. So then there's no coins involved.
See, with as far as the baseball diamond goes, I don't feel like there's much Scentsy I can donate to the baseball diamond, except for cash. Oh, I guess if you mean like over cash, I got you.
Yeah,
You can
that's the
donate
cash.
that with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The extra cash.
Yeah.
You know, because you're going to have packaging for.
I just feel like there's too many people around here that know that they can go get their scent circles for $15, and I don't know. I just feel like this. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it simple for them, and for the fact that like they just like adding the QR code for the full site. Like people know that they can get Scentsy, and they're like, oh well, what if I don't want scent circles? I can get this